Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, today's topic is about goal setting. What is goal setting basically and how to set your goals? So what is goal basically? Goal is something which has to be defined to meet your needs. They are also guideposts. They lead you to your destinations and also help you to assess your progress during in the path to achieve those, right? So there are basically two types of goals. One is short-term goals and second is long-term goals. Short-term goals mostly range from the duration of 6 to 12 months and long-term goals range from the duration of about 5 to 10 years. They are your larger goals. Examples of short-term goals could be achievement of your grades, positive achievement of your grades, marks, and greater performance in your academics. And your long-term goals could be earning a high amount of money, success in jobs, and traveling, your tour goals, wherever you want to travel, your travel diaries, the travel diaries which you want to make, or there may be other projects which you want to accomplish, like buildings, construction projects, or any other projects. So they are long-term goals which take a longer duration of time. Now, there is a property of goals. Yes, you can't set any goals, whatever you want to. Like you'll be the president of India. Which I mean, if you decide it right from the starting, in the early childhood age, that is a different thing. If you are really working towards it, but you just get up out of your sleep and then tell that I want to become the president of India. But that is not possible. So you have to set some realistic goals, right? So there are few properties of goals, and it is called as a SMART goal system. Setting SMART goals is essential, guys. SMART, in the sense, it's an acronym. S stands for specific. Your goals should be clear, concise, and well defined. You should know your goal. They should be very clear. What is your target? What you want to achieve? You should have a vision towards it and your perception to achieve that goal. Basically, for example, if you want to achieve 95% marks, right, in your exam. So, if you're scoring, normally if you're usually scoring 65%, or some people may be scoring 40%, 50%. So it's not possible for them in any ways to reach 90%, right? But people who are scoring 85%, 86% usually, they can, aim for 90%, 95%, whatever, if they want to, if they work towards it. So your goal should be firstly realistic, focused and concise. If they have a vision towards it, they'll work towards it and make it happen, because nothing is impossible. If you work towards it, you'll attract that energy, and if you efficiently function towards it, you'll definitely get that goal in a specific period of time. But just patience and hard-working consistency are very essential in order to achieve it. Second is measurable. A goal should measure your success. Like for example, today you have achieved 70%, for example, right? So tomorrow your target should be 75%. And you have to work towards that goal. You have to study more harder. If you are using a particular study technique, or you're using a specific strategy in your jobs to achieve profits, for example. So you have to, convert that strategy into more efficient one, the one which is working more efficiently for you. And if you are using study techniques, basic like just reading and by hearting and just going to exam and giving your exams, and you're achieving whatever average marks you're getting. So you need to combine that with specific study strategies, like highlighting, repeating, chunking, these all strategies in combination, working towards it, repeating it, and focusing more on your studies rather than your other activities. You have to curtail other activities like your TV serials or your favorite party moments or your mobiles. That is the most basic distraction in today's youngsters. So if you want to focus on your goal from 70 to 75, definitely it is essential for you to focus, and you have to gather all your energies and potentials and all your focus and attention only on your studies, because that is your short term goal and that is one and only goal that you have to complete in a specific period of time. You can't focus on different goals at a time, right? Because it tends to divide your attention and reduces your potential to focus and your capacity to capture your attention on one thing, and probably the performance on that thing might be hindered and affected, right? So focusing only on that particular thing increases your performance on that thing, and the chances are likely that you will reach from 70 to 76 maybe, if you really focus on that. So measurable goals is second objective, or second characteristics basically of goals. Then comes achievable goals. Your goals should be realistic, as I said, they should be achievable. If you are an achiever, average achiever, 50% or 55% maybe, it is not possible for you to directly reach 95%, right? You have to work step by step towards it. You can max to max if you really apply all your potentials and capacities towards your studying or towards the goals, towards a project that you're working towards, then definitely from 55 to 75% is not impossible thing for you. It is definitely possible if you really manage your time well, if you focus, prioritize your tasks well, which are very essential at initial stage, and definitely they are attainable and believable. The goals which you can't reach, like for example, just as I said, 95% is possible for those who are achieving 80%, 85%. It is obvious that people differ in their potentials and capacities, people differ in their intellectual levels. It is bound to happen that you cannot compare to different people with your intellectual levels or your capabilities to work on the project or achieve some success which others are achieving, because they have different learning techniques, they have different genes in them, they have different potentials and capacities. Everyone's designed in unique ways, and different people have different potentials. So that's the reason each and every person has to monitor as to how much success I can achieve, and it should be achievable, it should be realistic, focusing on their own potentials and not comparing to others. Then your goals should be reviewable. You should be able to review your goals, whether how much progress I'm making from one day this much, second day a bit more, third day greater than that, fourth day it should be always, your graph should be always on an increasing side. It should not decline. There should not be a breakdown in your progress. You should monitor your progress basically, and it should be, your goals should be reviewed from time to time. And for that matter, you can just write down your goals, clip it on your clipboard and just keep it in front of you so that you can have a daily look at your goals. You can daily run your eyes through your goals, and you may not forget those goals that you have to achieve, and that's your target and you have to achieve. That is something which boosts your motivation. And if you increase your willpower, if you use your willpower, guys, nothing is impossible in this world. Your willpower is something, it has a kind of, the law of attraction says that whenever you try to attract something, and you focus your complete energy and all your vision into that, your perspective, definitely the universe will make that thing happen. You will reach that goal. If and you cannot fool the universe that no, if that guy or the person is thinking about a particular thing, that thing is bound to happen. It's natural energy, that the law of attraction basically is based on that. That's the thing. If you keep on reviewing your goals, if you keep on monitoring your progress, you will be able to compare your own progress with yourself, not compare it with others. Never compare yourself with others, because you have different potentials and you have different capabilities. So always you should manifest your own lane. So if yesterday I was achieving 5 marks out of 10 marks in some in some exam or in some subject which I was weak in. So today I should be able to achieve at least 7 minimum. Tomorrow it should be more than that. It should be 8. Day after tomorrow it should be 9, 9.5 maybe, and keep on working. It's a ongoing continuous process, guys. Monitoring your goals. You have to keep on improving and improving. It may be slow process, but it is an ongoing process, and it is possible that you can reach 10 out of 10 one day. For sure, if you really master it with all your consistency, focus, persistence, patience, and all your discipline, basically. Next, goals are time bound, basically. As I told you, they have a specific time period within which you have to achieve that particular goal. If it exceeds the time limit, the goal is of no point. It should need to have a timeline that you achieve it in the right time, right? For example, after the time goes off, if you have an exam, for example, and your exam is tomorrow, okay, and today you are planning to achieve 85%, for example, and you're studying in that way just at one night. Is it possible? Definitely not, right? It's almost impossible, because if you're studying it for the first time, the content, and you wish to achieve 85%, well, I mean, without repeating the contents, without even completing your complete material that you're supposed to study, it won't be possible that you achieve 85% also, right? So basically, they should be time bound. Now, there are certain guidelines we come to in order to set effective and achievable goals. So first is, state each goal as a positive statement. Never say a negative statement like do not achieve less than 65%. Do not reduce your profit by less than 100 rupees, for example. So do not make your statements as negative ones, but frame positive statements in order to achieve your goals. Like, for example, execute this task well. You will achieve 95%. State it as you have already achieved. Imagine that you have already achieved. This is something which should come from your subconscious mind, because that is a kind of energy that attracts you towards that goal and brings you close to that goal. Then you will at least achieve minimum 90% if you are awaiting for 95%, right? Second is, be precise. Be precise with your goals. Set a date, set a time, set amounts, so that you can measure achievements. It should not be without any proper pre-planning or organization. Any goal cannot be achieved without planning and organization. It cannot be achieved in the air, like I want to achieve 85%, I'm just reading stuff, I'm keeping reading it. No, that is not the thing how it works. You have to keep a deadline. You have to note which goal you have to set, and you have to keep a deadline for it. You have to plan whether what studies I have to do or what projects I have to complete this month or this duration of time, and how much I have already done and how much I am yet to do. So keep on writing that and monitoring your progress, basically. And when you reach the deadline, just put a tick mark on the goal, so that you have achieved that goal and you can move towards your next goal. So it should be precise. Third is, set priorities. Prioritize the most important goal first, guys. Don't crowd up or don't overload all of the goals together doing multitasking. It is not possible to achieve all those all at once, right? So focus on the small goals first. Break your goals into smaller chunks and focus on your first smaller goal first, and then step by step go on climbing to your harder goals, right? In this way you will be able to focus your attention on one task at a time, and you will be able to achieve your goal well without getting overwhelmed or overcrowded by all the goals at a time. Fourth is, write down your goals. So basically, writing down your goals crystallizes them very well. So I have made a chart, a goal chart here. I've prepared a goal chart for you guys here, so you can make it on your own. So it is this way. This is goal chart. Here you can write down your goals in the first column. In the second, your short-term goals. In the third, your long-term goals. In the fourth, the amount which is required to fulfill those goals. If it is a financial goal, write the amount, how much amount it will take. If you are thinking about a long-term goal like a tour travel, you want to tour, you want to go to Australia or America, anywhere you want to travel the world, you can just write down the amount, how much you want to earn and how much you will spend, so that you can monitor how much you need to, how much amount is required in order to do that tour. And then here you can write the deadline when you are supposed to do that particular task, and when it's finished you can just put a tick mark over here in the first column. This is just an example that you have accomplished that goal, and then you can focus on your second goal, then third, then fourth. In this way you can write down your goal chart. You can prepare your own goal chart and keep it updated, okay, and monitor your progress. Next is keep operational goals small. Keep the low level goals that you're working towards small and achievable. So they are realistic and achievable also. You don't have to stress much to achieve them. And if the goal is too large, then it can seem that you're not making progress towards it. So keep it smaller initially. Keeping goals small and incremental gives more opportunities for reward, right? So if you have achieved a small, don't keep it too small. Your goal should not be very small and it should not be very big that you cannot achieve, right? Both will lead to pressures, because if it's very small, then it's of no use. It's like 0% to 1% that you have reached, which is like minute, and you won't feel much motivated with that as such. So it should be, in between that. Yes, from if you're achieving 55%, then that tomorrow I want to achieve 56%. This is not a goal, right? 55 to 65, at least 10 digits difference there should be. So this is what a goal is. From slot to slot, you have to work one by one, from 10, 10, 10, 10, and then you can reach up to 90%. That is something which is an operational goal, which is small and achievable also, not too difficult to reach and not very too easy that it does not challenge any of your potentials, right? Next is set performance goals, not outcome goals. So do not focus on the external outcome. External outcome may give you success, it may give you failure, it may be anything. But focus on the performance goals. Focus on your performance which is in your hands. Keep your locus of control internal, right? Your locus of control should be internal. It means that you don't have to depend on external situations or things. You can't control them, but you can control your own performance. You can control your own hard work. You can control your own efforts and performance, right? So you should take care to set goals over which you have much control as possible, and it can be quite dispiriting to fail to achieve a personal goal for reasons beyond your control. So it will make you lose your spirits, and it will demotivate you if you try to control the external situations, and if it does not happen, you'll get disheartened. So that should not be the case. Focus on your performance. The goal will automatically come to you. This was about the characteristics of which goals you should set. And after you have achieved your goals, don't forget to reward yourself. Don't forget to pat your own backs, and don't forget to enjoy the nectar that you have got after so much hard work and efforts. Yes, definitely it's a progress. Even if it's a little progress, it's a progress. So don't get disheartened by little progresses, but yes, reward yourself and motivate more to achieve more. If you have achieved a goal too easily and it's very simple goal, then make the next goal harder one, right? So if you cannot enjoy the same smaller goals and be satisfied with it. If you are satisfied, then it's a different thing. But if you want to keep progressing, then you have to keep setting harder goals and try to achieve those harder goals as well. Then when you reach those harder goals, set more difficult goals than that. That will keep you going and you will one day reach your destination of success. If the goal you took a dispiriting length of time to achieve, make the next goal a little easier. But in this case, if you're targeting towards a very difficult goal that's like very impossible to achieve, come little down. Make an easier goal compared to that goal. Achieve that first, and then step by step you can slowly progress towards the next goal. It is not easier for you to directly jump towards that higher goal, right? If you learned something that would lead you to change to other goals, do so, right? Along the path, if you come across few other goals which you find necessary to achieve along with this particular goal, try to achieve those goals as well, because nothing is small or nothing is impossible to achieve. That if this is my goal, I just have to focus on this goal. Yes, definitely achieve that first, and if you come across other goals at the same time, and if you feel those are essential to achieve, try to achieve them as well, step by step. If you noticed a deficit in your skills despite achieving the goal, decide whether to set the goal to fix this. So basically these are pointers to achieve your goals. This is all about goal setting. If you're planning to achieve any goal, then persistence, commitment, dedication, honesty, discipline, hard work, your efforts, smart work as well, and motivation. All of these are very essential. And more than motivation, guys, motivation is not just the thing. Discipline is very important, right? So be disciplined and take your regular activities of your goals basically, which head towards your goals, and try to achieve your goals and fulfill your goal chart. There should be a tick mark on all of your goals that you want to achieve. So if you like today's video, please do subscribe, share and like, and do share it to as much as possible to the people who really require to see it. Thank you so much.